Where the Wild Things Are by Maurice Sendak. All rights reserved, HarperCollins Publishers. Musical reading by MC Myers. That night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind and another. His mother called him a wild thing, and Max said, "I'll eat you up." So he was sent to his bed without eating anything. That very night in Max's room, a forest grew and grew and grew until the ceiling hung with fires, and the walls became the world all around. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max, and he sailed off through the night and day. And in and out of weeks and almost over a year to where the wild things are. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible lies and showed their terrible claws as they roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible lies and showed their terrible claws. Till Max said, "Be still," and tamed them with a magic trick of staring into all of their yellow eyes without blinking once. And they were frightened and called him the most wild thing of all, and made him king of all the wild things. "And now," cried Max, "let the wild rumpus start." "Now stop," Max said, and sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. And Max, the king of all the wild things, was lonely and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Then all around, from far away across the world, he smelled good things to eat. So he gave up being king of where the wild things are. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please, don't go. We'll eat you up, we love you so." And Max said, "No." The wild things roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible lies and showed their terrible claws as they roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible lies and showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped into his private boat and waved goodbye. And he sailed back over a year, and in and out of weeks, and through a day, and into the night of his very own room, where he found his supper waiting for him. And it was still hot.
Hey, I'm MC, or MC Myers, and I'd like to thank you for checking out my first musical storybook. Not my book, actually, but a classic nonetheless. Where the Wild Things Are. That's a shout out to the great Maurice Sendak and HarperCollins publishers. Where the Wild Things Are. These musical readings are an experiment to me, so if you could let me know what you think, please do. And to book me, just get on Facebook and look up my first original musical storybook, Count the Clouds, and then message me. So, Facebook, Count the Clouds, message me. I play hospitals, schools, coffee shops, and libraries, parties, restaurants, radio and retirement homes, weddings, parks, churches, and more. Basically, if you have a place that you would like me to play or sing a story or both, I will do it. Probably. If you like my musical version of Where the Wild Things Are, check out my version of
Green Eggs in the Ham by Dr. Seuss. These are good.
and also my first original story called Count the Clouds.
So count the clouds, my love.
It's basically a story about a mom and a son who put away the video games and cell phones for the day. They head off to the park, find fun, friends, and their imaginations along the way. Don't forget the sweet jazz band in the middle of the park. As they take this one-day holiday in the park, they start to remember the things in life that matter most. Relationships with people you love. And totally cool clouds. Finally, if you're a kid watching this, watch it again and see if you can find the turning point in the story. The turning point is where things start to change for the better in the story. In this case, it's for our friend Max.
And to all the cloud watchers out there,
Enjoy the sky. You guys are the best.
Your love is high above all of them.